So today's lesson we shall be looking at basic spreadsheets formatting. So by the end of the lesson, you should understand spreadsheet formatting. You should be able to apply fonts, borders, and colors properly. You should be able to align spreadsheets content professionally. You should be able to improve worksheet appearance. You should be able to create neat and readable tables, and you should be able to understand professional spreadsheet presentation practices. What is spreadsheet formatting? What is spreadsheet formatting? Formatting refers to changing the appearance of spreadsheet content. So changing the appearance of a spreadsheet content is called spreadsheet formatting. Formatting helps make worksheets neat, readable, attractive, and professional. Formatting is like dressing your spreadsheets properly. Just like people dress neatly for professionalism, data also should be represented neatly. So it's just like dressing your data to look professional. So let's look at this example now. Imagine two reports. Report A, no borders, poor spacing, unclear headings, random colors. Report B, proper headings, borders, aligned text, organized colors. Which looks more professional? Obviously, it is report B. Why is formatting important? Formatting helps improve readability. It helps to organize information. It helps to highlight important data. It helps to improve professionalism, and it makes data analysis easier. Font formatting means changing the appearance of text. And this might include you changing the font style, the font size, you applying bold, italic, underline, and font color. For your fonts font formatting, we have many types of fonts. Number one is font style. This is your font style. So let's assume I write a word now. Let's say girl. All right, now I have this data here. What do I do now? This is in Calibri, so I can change it to this. You can see the font has changed from this. So all these are the text. They are the text font style. So the style of writing, even in real life we have people with different handwriting. So it means even here we should be able to have various ways of writing stuffs. So this is font style. So you can use any style that fits whatever work you are trying to do. Now another thing is the font size. This is the font size here. This is the font size. So I can pick this and turn it to 16. What happens? The text becomes bigger. I pick it and turn it to 45. The text becomes very big. So depending on whatever you are trying to do, maybe you are trying to create an heading or so, you can change the font size. Now another thing is the bold. This B represents bold, this represents italic, and this represents underline. So if you see, when you place your mouse on it, it shows you the function and the short code. For example, you, instead of going there to pick bold, you can just press Ctrl B and it bolds your data. So when we click this now, what happens? That woman becomes bold. It comes now in a bold text. Can we see it? It comes in a bold text. Then another thing is, when you pick the data and you italize it, it becomes in what? An italic text. And when you put underline, a line is drawn underneath it. Now you can introduce color. You can introduce color to your text. Let's assume we want to introduce color. So we have two faces of the color. We have the font color, we have the fill color, and we have the text color. We have the fill color and the text color. Okay, before color, sorry. So we have what we call cell border. This is a cell border. This is cell border. So when you open it, we can see various types of borders. So do you want it to just border it on the down part, the top part, the left part, the right part, no border, then this border, then outside border, then thick border? So now let's assume we have something like this. If we come here now and pick this thick border, you see that it gives you a border that is thick. If you come here and pick, let's say you pick just outside border, it's going to give you something thinner. So it depends on what you are trying to create. Maybe you are trying to create like a table. You are trying to create a table, then automatically you will need this. If you just press the, so you can change it to no border, it removes all the borders away. No border removes all the border away. So let's look at cell color and fill color. So let's assume I write something. Let's say we have marriage. This is data entered. So let's say we want to increase this data now. We have turned the fonts forward a bit, Abby. Then we expand it so that we have marriage here. Now the reason why I did this is so that we can see clearly what I want to do now. So this place where you have A is your um is your font color. So it changes the color of your text. And this place where you have your fill color, it changes the color of the background of the cell where your text is. So now if you come here, let's say the background of this cell before is white. So you come here, you decide to use a red as the background, then you have this. So this is now the background, and you can decide to use any color depending on what you are beautifying. You can decide to use any color depending on what you are trying to do. So now looking at this, you have your text. This one changes the color of your text, so you can decide to put a red on the blue. So this is it. You have this. You can decide to put any color. The colors are here. If you need more colors, you press on more colors and you go to more colors. So that's that on that. The next thing we'll be looking at is alignment. So let's assume we have a data here. Let's say football. So we have football here. So I'm trying to increase the fonts for football. Now, what does this data now? If you look at it now, this data is aligned towards the um, left part. So we can, if we click here, this is where it is actually. So these 6 things that are here, they represent your alignment. So we have this is to align the text to middle. That's middle align. You align text so that it is centered between the top and the bottom of the cell. This one, when you align the cell, this is top align. You align the cell to the top. This one, this is down align, bottom align. You align the text to the bottom. This is left align. You align the text to the left. This is center align. You align the text to the center of your content. That's between left and right. Then this is right align. You align the text to the right. So if we click on this now, the text aligns to the right. We click on this, it aligns to the center. When we click this, it aligns to the middle of the top and the bottom. If we click this, it aligns to the top. So this is looking like it's not making any effect, but let's increase this place, then we can see the effect it's making. So this is it. Can we see now? So the text is now being written up and leaving the whole of the space down. If I bring this here, the text is written down. If I put it in the middle, the text is written in the middle. If I right align, middle right. So you can have middle top. You can have, so this is just what your alignment talks about. All right. So let's go back to this data set that we have here. So looking at this data set now, we want to just do a little bit of what we have learned on this data set. First thing is, we discover that this first thing I would always advise that you do is that you put a border. First thing, that's it, should be the first thing. You introduce your border so that you know that this is the jurisdiction. you are working with. So we can introduce this border, all border, right? So when we introduce the all border, we now notice that there is an heading, right? And the heading cannot just be as same with the other parts. So we need to work on the heading. We need to work on the heading. So let's fill the heading as blue. So we have filled the heading here as blue, and we have changed the text color to this. But we see that this is not making sense. It's looking like the something is dull on each other. So let's try yellow. It's not making any sense as well. Let's see. I think this is better. And now you bold your text. We bold our text. Can you see that because I selected everything, whatever I'm doing is affecting everything there. So also we can increase our fonts because it is the heading. We increase our fonts to 13 so that it now looks like an heading to what we are having underneath. Now looking at it, we discover that some texts are not complete. For example, this place is supposed to be student ID, but it's showing only students. So it means we can just expand this place a bit so that the student ID is now showing, right? Now this is student name, this is gender, this is department. We extend it a bit so that the department is showing. This is level, this is attendance percent, sorry. So we extend it a bit so that, but we discover that this one now we've almost extended and extended and it's still not showing. So it's taking a lot of space and it's just the values are numbers. So for a data like this, I will suggest you wrap the text. You wrap the text. How do you wrap a text? When you come to this, beside this alignment here, this place where this is, you just click it. When you click on it, it wraps the text. Now this is what wrapping text mean. Sorry, let's go there. This is it. It has wrapped the text. So what does it mean? It means it has placed the text in such a way that everything is within that space that you have created for it. So let's come here now and create this. So I wrap all the text. So wrapping all the text now, even these ones that I did not expand, it is or it is all showing, all the values are showing inside the cell. But the problem is looking at it, fine, I don't know, this data should not even have underscore. It's not necessary in this data, so we remove it away. So now we have total score, right? So because it is an heading, our alignment should be centered, should be centralized in both cases. That should be the best alignment here. So this, now we've taken it away. This, we are taking it away. This we are taking it away. This, we are taking it away. We are taking all this away. All right, look at this. Now if you look at this place now, this is not being written well, the parts men, then you now come and write the T down. So in a case like this, I will still do what? I will still expand it. I will still expand it so that what? So that my text heading is written correctly. These ones are written well. This place now, attendance percent, I can leave it this way. I can even decide to close it a bit. I can decide to close it, but closing it now, my E is coming down, so therefore I'll leave it like that. So now this assignment score, I want the assignments to be on top and the score to be down. So I'll just have to expand this so that I will have this assignment score, test score, exam score, total, and this. So we have this. Now our test, since we already filled the top, since we fill the heading with a color, this color is not looking blended with the blue that we are having there. So is there something we can do? Yes, we can easily check through our colors and fill out a color. Let's fill it on yellow. Yellow is too bright, so we should always avoid bright colors. We should always avoid bright colors. These are colors that are too bright. So there are instances where they are needed, but in more of our cases, I feel we can avoid them. So these are colors that we can use. So this looks like this. I think this looks well. This looks better. So well, this is based on my own color preference actually. So you can have a better color preference than I do, and you come out with something better. Yes, you can have a better color preference and come out with something better. And this is what distinguish analyst. This is what distinguish analyst. So this is the color I'm choosing to use. If you notice, you discover that this is not white. It's not white. This is cream. So this is the color that I'm choosing to use. So I would report my data like this. I'll report my data like this for my boss, and eventually I know that this should actually award me some good works, some accolades. So this is another arrangement. So if you look at this, you discover how your data looks like. So there are instances whereby, looking at this place now, you see pass and fail. This place represents pass and fail, pass mark. Okay, everybody here actually passed. So there are instances whereby you can use a few to represent people that pass and people that fail, such that maybe people that fail will be showing red and people that pass will be showing green. So those are the things we will be learning more on this channel. Just kindly stay tuned to the channel for more updates. So what does this font formatting do? Does bold makes text thicker and more visible. So it's bold. So professional table presentation, for your table presentation, always use practical, use clear headings, use consistent formatting, use borders properly, align data neatly, avoid excessive colors, and resize column properly. Real life importance: professional formatting improves presentation quality. So the quality of your presentation, when you present your data, the quality, the way it looks like, makes talks about your professionality. Then it improves business reports, it improves dashboard readability. Your dashboard will become readable. And then data understanding. So create a professional spreadsheet containing student name, gender, department score, and add 15 records and apply bold headings, borders, fill colors, proper alignments, proper column resize, and neat formatting. So